You say you've got these watches from somebody in New York, you're full of shit. You are a loser and a liar. Now I realize why we haven't done business in 8 years. Goodbye.
This guy is 100% bullshit.
You're talking about a bracelet that I ordered for you, paid for, gave to you 8 years ago. Yeah, you're a bullshit. 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 You send a wire 2 weeks ago. A wire is very simple. You press a button on one end and it arrives on the other end. I do it all day, every day. You couldn't provide me with that for 2 weeks. So I said, hey, in order for me to at least hold this $600,000 watch hostage, send me a picture of you at the bank, which you couldn't do because you're a liar. And you say you were in a car accident. Prove the car accident. Well, guess what? It's very simple. You can go on Google and I can Google deadly car crashes in New York. And guess what? I had a whole list of them propagate and yours was not in there. And you made me send a driver from Philadelphia to New York to go pick you up. The driver arrived, you didn't answer the phone, you didn't show up. You called me 3 hours later saying that your rib hurts. I said, oh my God, I'm so sorry, no worries, whenever you feel better, whenever you feel better. You can't send me proof of shit. And now you want to throw in a bracelet situation that happened 2015. You can't prove shit. You can't prove to me you're in New York. Send me your plane ticket. Send me your plane ticket. Send me a picture of a street sign in New York. Send me something. You say you've got these watches from somebody in New York, you're full of shit. You're a liar. Lose my number. FaceTime me, show me where you are and I will apologize.
Okay guys, sit back, relax, brace yourself, because I'm about to tell you the story from front to finish. So here's a story that dates back 8 years ago. This is a guy that contacted us about buying a watch. I had sold him a watch 8 years ago in 2015 for $125,000. It was a Royal Oak Tourbillon at the time. In the middle of the transaction, it was a watch that was on a strap. I had then ordered him a bracelet that he wanted because those bracelets are convertible to a strap model. Ordered the bracelet, took 6 weeks from 𝗙𝗰𝗲𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗃 direct to get. I got the bracelet, sealed up, sent it to him. 6 weeks later, I get a message, a nasty message from him saying that this bracelet was altered, that there was some issue with it. How about you have the rep from 𝗙𝗰𝗲𝗃𝗀𝗃 send me an email or send an email or letter of some sort confirming this. He never confirmed it, that never panned out, and I never heard from him again. 2023 comes about. He reaches back out about another grand complication 𝗙𝗰𝗲𝗃𝗀𝗃 we have listed on our website, a Royal Oak grand complication piece unique. We negotiated a price. He told me that he was buying it, said he was sending a wire. That wire never came. Then he said, Adrian, I'm sorry. The wire information was input wrong. We're gonna resend the wire. In fact, I'm actually in New York City right now and I wanna come to your office to conclude the deal and then buy some other stuff. The day comes finally that he's supposed to arrive to our office. I don't hear from him. He was supposed to arrive at 1:30 p.m. A couple hours go by, I don't hear anything from him. I get a phone call from him saying that, Adrian, I just wanna let you know I was involved in a very, very bad car crash. Unfortunately, the driver of his vehicle was killed in that car accident. There was some type of drunk driver that blew a red light. I couldn't sleep for a whole day because I'm like, this is horrible. This guy came to see me again and there was a casualty in this situation. And then obviously as things unfolded, I realized he was full of shit. After all this time, all aggravation, he tried to throw back in my face a bracelet situation that happened 8 years ago. And that's when I called and I had snapped on him and put him back in his place.
Now I realize why we haven't done business in 8 years. I remember because this same exact situation happened 8 years ago when you wanted to buy the Jules Grand complication from 𝗙𝗃𝗀𝗃, and I kept it on hold for you again for 2 months and nothing happened, and then I lost touch with you. Then when you contacted me back, I'm like, oh, I think I remember this guy. And now it all comes back to me. You're a liar. This is the second time this happened, and now you want to tell me you went to somebody in New York and bought watches? Lies, lies, lies. Show me the 2 watches. Send me a picture of the 2 watches. Send me a picture of where you're at. Goodbye.
Adrian, tell me how you really feel.
I feel great.
Oh, so nobody died in the car crash? That was
He's a liar, bro. He's a fucking idiot.
Dude, you said somebody.
What's the end game? I don't understand.
I don't understand either. 8 years later, he wants to bring this up in this whole entire ordeal as almost like a f you. Is that normal?
No. On to the next one.
You want to do a deal with somebody, great. If not, also great. Whether you're buying watches or you're buying car tires, it doesn't matter. Don't waste people's valuable time.
So we're in Philadelphia. We're going down to Walnut Street. We're gonna go visit our friends at TNS Diamonds. They have a watch, 5180 Patek, rare handicrafts in rose gold. We have the white gold. I need to source the rose for my client. Hopefully let's come to a deal. What's good, boss man? How you doing? We're in Jewelers World, right? How long you been working out here?
30 years.
40 years?
40.
30. You could just tell people it's been 40, man. No one would check you. You're doing God's work, brother. God bless you. Oh, these bells. How you doing, Austin? What's good? Good?
There we go.
Good.
My name is Austin. I run TNS Diamonds here in Philadelphia. We're only about, 30-40 minutes from Luxury Bazaar's headquarters. Besides them, there's not many people in Pennsylvania dealing in the really unique watches. Trying to do a little more business with you guys. I feel like we like to play with a lot of the same pieces, and we're trying to build up to your guys' level. So appreciate you coming in. Are you walking around with
Yeah, I had a stroke like a month ago.
You know, you told me.
Yeah, so I'm just
This is good to
stimulate your fingers. Basically, they prescribed that. They said there's a machine. It's like $600, but you can get a guitar trainer, and it's a little bit easier. I haven't really shared this with a lot of my clients, but I had a stroke in May, and it was a pretty long road to recovery. A lot of the physiological symptoms, the tiredness, the loss of feeling in your hands, for all the support at Luxury Bazaar. I was actually selling watches in my hospital bed. And now that I'm back in the office, I'm looking to get right back into it and start selling some watches and making some money. Oh, let's see. There it is, beautiful. Wow, love the rare handicraft.
Yeah, no, it's an awesome watch. I think it's honestly undervalued in the market.
For sure.
Retail on them is I think 110, 120.
Yeah, no, because it takes so much work to execute this engraving on it, and I'm surprised. This is the first time I'm actually seeing it in person. I know we have one in stock with us, but I never really got any wrist time with it.
It's 39 millimeter.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's 39.
It's 39, but it seems bigger. Maybe it's like that illusion that you have with the kind of whole skeletonized.
Yeah, it's the dial is small.
The dial is small, and the case is bigger. So gonna send some pictures to my client. He's overseas, so hopefully he likes the condition of the watch, and let me go look at some more watches. We have two of these. What year is this, 1590?
I think 18 or 19.
18 or 19?
Just came in this morning. I didn't get a chance to look at it much.
Yeah, we had two 23s. I mean, this could be interesting to tell my guys if someone's looking for pre-owned. This is kind of, out of my wheelhouse. I mean, ALS, yes. Hermes, right?
No, this is Nardine. It's
it's Nardine as well?
Yeah, it's a planetarium.
Man, Nardine's my favorite brand.
Really?
I dropped the boat, right?
I can guarantee you've never seen this one.
No, never.
They only made 9 of them.
Oh, wow.
And it's also hand engraved movement, and then it tells you basically where not every planet, but there's 8 planets on here, and it tells you where they are in relation to the sun. Platinum.
Wow. Oh, that's a nice heft.
Huge value on this piece. The retail, they did kind of create, and it's a meteorite dial. And
oh, wow.
And all of the circles in there rotate on their own, so it's all different planets. So for them to execute thin slices of meteorite like that and have them all rotate.
It's cool, and the way they did this kind of spider web cracking on the sapphire, that's kind of like avant-garde. I like it. What was the retail on it?
Retail is 120.
Okay.
You can sell it for 31.
Wow. Excalibur?
Yeah, you don't really see these on a stainless bracelet,
no.
Which I really liked.
This is cool as well. This kind of going in with the same skeletonized vibe.
I was wearing this for a while.
Yeah. This one here. I sold this, but on the leather strap, and actually my guy really wanted the gold strap. So he has a very eclectic collection of watches. Actually, something caught my eye. I had a client who was looking for that exact same watch, so hopefully we can make a deal. What's your price?
2023 date. I can do it for 35 and a half, which is, I don't think you're gonna find it any cheaper than that.
That's a little bit out of that's basically all the money. That's what the guy wanted to put in. He wanted to put in 34K for that.
You got a cheap client. You gotta get them up a little bit.
I need it to be at 31 because, I'm doing the guy a favor.
31. No, I wouldn't be able to do 31. Want to make a deal with you guys, come down to 33K and we can close it out. You can take it.
Bro, the guy's wire ready because he's going to add the difference. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense for us. Yeah, still 31, man. I can't.
It's below my cost.
I can't move. I can't move that.
All right, listen. My cost on this piece is 31.5. Fuck it. I mean, 32 grand. I'll make $500, which is way less than I want to make on a piece like this. But not $1 less. Call your client. If he doesn't buy it, then he's silly and he doesn't want the watch. Let
me see what I can do. This is a client from the Bahamas. Really solid guy. Hopefully he pulls the trigger. Look, basically, this is the 2023. It's with the full bracelet in gold. It's exactly what you wanted, And we're looking at your watch plus a $15,000 difference to make this happen, man.
15,000?
Yeah, 15 grand. Because look, realistically, you can't find these watches for less than 37 on the open market. As you know, it's a really hot piece. This is the best deal that I can find for you. So I try to reinforce the fact to my client that this is a really good deal. We spoke in depth for about 10 to 15 minutes in front of that store. And I was really trying to drive home the fact that, you know, if this deal goes, you know, he's not going to have another one like it.
I trust you. I want to build a relationship with you guys. You know what? Let's do it. Let's get it done. Appreciate your work.
All right, brother. All right, thank you so much. Bye. 31.5
Out of here.
Okay, 32, man. He closed on it. Okay.
All right, there we go.
Let's go. Wrap it up. I need an invoice. Hey, thank you so much, TNS Diamonds. Thank you, Austin. Happy client. Happy Dave. From the concrete jungle that's Philly all the way to the pristine Hamptons, I'm going to meet the whole team, and we're setting up for the fine art show.
Plug in the mic, put it in my pocket, try to figure out how to put this thing on after all these years. Now it's on.
Just remember, all I need is
one mic. Round one, you usually get in there, you try to feel out your opponent. You know what I'm saying? It's a science, there's a science, so that's round
But what if your opponent asks you if these are real?
What? I'm saying that you took a nice jab, you know what I mean?
So finally, after much preparation, we are at the Hamptons Art Fair. We're displaying our watches, meeting and greeting our fans and clients. This should be good.
To me, this is more of a new client acquisition, and if we sell anything, it's a bonus. Essentially, what you want to do is you want to meet new people, get new numbers, and then do business in the future. That's really what these are about. Anything that sells is a big bonus. Over-unders? I always set the under because obviously I'm the negative one, right? Under a mil.
Under a mil?
Yeah.
I set the over under at 9.25. I'm taking an over plus 30%. And if I sell one watch, done.
As usual, me and Adrian set an over-under for the show. Again, because this was more of an exhibition, we set the over-under fairly low at 925,000.
I'm partial to this style of color. Sky Dweller Classic, especially in this configuration. And I think rose gold from Rolex is the nicest rose gold mix.
You know, I don't do a lot of rose gold or leather, silver.
Yeah.
The problem I have with Rolex is that they're not big enough.
Yeah, the dials are, generally it's like 40 millimeters, but you know.
I know.
Yeah, something like a Daytona is pretty small.
Wide.
Yeah, so this is actually a 𝗙𝗰𝗲𝗯𝗏. The good thing about this brand is you can get some pretty complicated watches for an incredible value, right? So it's a tourbillon, and you're getting this for a price point that is pretty much unbeatable from anybody else.
Wow.
Two totally different segments.
It really is.
Yeah.
And I like them both, you know?
Yeah, they're great. That's what's great about watches, right? There's so much diversity, you know, from one brand to the next.
All right, you want to talk about some rare pieces that I brought? You know me, I like my piece unique, so one of ones. Obviously, the 𝗙𝗰𝗲𝗯𝗏𝗃 term, one of a kind. Audemars Piguet Grand Complication, minute repeater, perpetual calendar, split-second chronograph automatic, say that fast 5 times, in rose gold as well as stainless steel, both piece unique. Girard-Perregaux, full baguette, triple bridge Serbia, piece unique. Now I'm going to step it down a little bit to this 𝗙𝗰𝗲𝗄𝗏, which is the crystal 𝗙𝗰𝗲𝗄𝗏. There's only 2 of these made. But it might as well be a piece unique because I know number 1 is never being sold. We have the number 2 piece. My favorite sports line, the S line from 𝗙𝗰𝗲𝗄𝗏, the 𝗙𝗰𝗲𝗃 Carbon. This was limited to 30, I believe. Because I know they made like 100 of these, and how many of these? And they made 88 of these. And of course, we're the only ones in the world that have this, as Bjorn said, made to commemorate the discontinue of 38mm line from Bjorn, all in stainless steel.
As I'm walking around the show, I'm always looking to spend money whenever I attend the show on something to add to my collection. What sang to me about this particular piece is the artist himself, how the art was made. He puts these cars through a demolition derby, then takes them over to Wynwood Walls in Miami, gets it graffitied by street artists, and puts together what you see here.
Hey yo, I'm Jason Sauer from Most Wanted Fine Art. I'm represented by the Mark Gallery here in East Hampton. They brought me out to the Hamptons Art Fair where this sculpture got purchased. It starts in Miami at Art Basel during Wynwood Walls. This was entertainment for the MSG graffiti crew that had a documentary going on. So if you see this side over here, you're going to see a lot of tags and stickers from that happening in Miami. So I cut the roof off this van and we drove around the streets in Miami, and then we let the streets graffiti this thing shut. After that, we welded the roof back on and we entered it in a demolition derby in South Carolina. After the demolition derby, where I put a helmet on, drove it in competition, we cut all the panels off, and it's pretty rad.
Starbucks are newer, correct?
So the Starbucks is a Submariner, the Sprite is a GMT.
Got you, okay.
Yeah,
All
so,
right.
yeah, about 24,000 versus
Damn,
like
going
14
24, huh?
to 15,000 for the Starbucks.
Can I try that one on again?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's fine. What'd you say that was? 12? 13?
I believe 13 around there.
I don't like that older style clasp. I like the more flush clasp on the
Well, what's the price difference? We were talking about that before.
Like to go to a new style clasp.
I think $3,000 more.
You know, for me, that's not worth it.
I don't know though. It's just like that gets hung up a lot more than you think.
Does it though?
I mean, yeah. Look at like a new oyster clasp. It's actually something.
If you get it sized, right? Because it's not sized for your wrist right now.
If it stays there.
I think it would be. I mean, I think it fits your wrist.
Don't you find it feels too tight when you do that?
There's a glide lock extension where you can
go just a little bit
tighter.
less?
Yeah. If you want, or looser. That's correct.
The whole
yeah.
length would be too much.
I think it fits you well.
Is there room in this?
I mean, listen, if you're paying by bank wire, I can do like 14.5 out the door.
I'll do it for 13.
I wish. Yeah.
13. I'm making it right up right now. 13. I'll wire you the money.
I just can't get there, unfortunately. I can't even buy them that cheap.
13.5.
14.5. Honestly speaking, it's a phenomenal price. Working on a deal for a James Cameron 2022. Oh, it's not 2022. Oh, it's a 2020. I spoke too soon. It's a 2020 actually. I can do
2020.
I can do 14,000 by wire.
I thought it was 22.
I know. I made a mistake. We have a 2022. I just don't know where it is.
You want to find
Unless it was sold. It's possible. Let me check. Yeah, I think it was sold. Likely was sold. It's a 2020. But I mean, it's brand new. I mean, it's the same reference, 126 reference. James Cameron, obviously. Box papers, the whole nine. It even comes with, I think, the hang tag.
Do this for 13, I'll take it.
I just can't get that. Honestly,
Think about it. Talk to your boss.
I'd love to do it,
I
honestly.
want to do it. Make a deal with me. I'm coming back.
Fair enough. I quote him on a watch. We had a 2022 James Cameron in stock. I thought it was that one. Unfortunately, it's already been sold as a 2020 example. So I'm trying to work a price that is fair for him, fair for us, and get the first sale of the show. But I mean, I don't know. We'll see. 13,000 is a bit cheep. What do you like?
Is he like a Marco stingy or?
What? No. I'm frugal. There's a difference. I'm frugal.
I never thought in a million years Marco came to us and we birthed him. He looked like an insurance salesman. And now he's a hype beast.
What do you mean? Yeah, but tell me this isn't
frugal, but you wear kith and rude.
Tell me this
That's
isn't
not fruit.
Tell me this isn't clean though. This is nice as fuck. Yeah, but you see,
nice shirt with a
didn't have the words clean in your vocabulary when you came to work for it.
The thing is this is investing in yourself. You know what I mean? When you feel good, you look good, you act good, and you sell good. You know what I mean?
100%, but you sneak Prince Boulevard.
Why don't you go look behind you?
So I heard the show's actually been slow. I'm over here at the office trying to make things happen, working really hard, and I have a client who came in. Big day, first Rolex for client Kenny. I'm not gonna do the honors. It's a tight box, you can do it. You can kind of just like fold it over. We have extra links, so if it's not the perfect sizing, we will get it sized up. Fully service card in there with the warranty, both hang tags, and then the additional links if we need the sizing, which I know I said that, but we'll figure it out.
Nice.
You joined the GMT club. I actually wear a GMT on the daily, so.
Well, I'm changing careers a little bit.
I got it.
I'm going to be flying a lot and all over the place. So I'm actually going to use the there's a lot of guys that buy GMTs that don't
use it. Marco gets on people for that.
It's got 4 hands on it, so it's extra cool.
If it's tight, don't panic. We'll get you sized. I think
we'll probably go up a link.
One more or two, maybe one.
Yeah, maybe just one.
One probably. Let me see it on you.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks such a good looking watch.
It's perfect. It's way more low key than having red, white, and blue. Or
yeah, it's like, is it a sub? Oh no, it's not. It's a GMT. You know what I mean? But these are such timeless pieces too. Like the 2010 could look like a 2022. I'll put them together and ask somebody, and if they don't know, they don't know.
What do we want to do?
One. He wants to do one. Yeah, one ad. I don't know if you want to go to your office.
Yeah.
Walk with us, guys. Come on. All right, guys, so now that the link is on, this should be a perfect fit. I'm hoping it is, because if not, we got to come back up and do it again. So let's see.
That's perfect.
Are you sure?
Just enough.
Awesome.
Where if I'm standing outside in the sun for a while.
Because if you swell, yeah, let me see. I think you're, oh yeah.
That's perfect.
Okay, awesome.
I was kind of split between this and a sub, and the GMT functionality wise is going to work better for me, and then also it's not a black sub like everyone else has.
Exactly.
It's a little bit different. It's still pretty under the radar, and the polish center links too.
You're the man, bro. You beat the deadline. Everything was good. It looks awesome. You want to take a picture real quick?
Yeah,
we'll get a quick picture. Yeah. I like to post stuff on social media. We'll come out here. We'll get a nice little shot. I'm trying to hold down the fort here back at home, and I'm trying to sell as many watches as possible.
It's day 2 at the Hamptons. A bit slow. It's Friday is usually slow. We had a plum rush yesterday for the VIP event on Thursday night. The weather looks to be crappy, which is actually a good thing for us because people will come here instead of coming to the beach.
This is a white gold Daytona with a meteorite dial, and I like to generally collect Rolexes that have specialty dials. So if they have either coral or lapis or meteorite or onyx or some sort of specialty dial, I just think it makes it so much more interesting. Because this is a pretty standard Rolex. That's just the Daytona with the black ceramic bezel, black dial. So it's pretty standard, but this is just like a classic. I think if you collect Rolexes, you have to have this watch, even if you don't want to have this watch.
What do you prefer? Do you prefer that or the white? The Panda or the black?
Well, I happen to like the black, even though the white is more valuable from the marketplace. I just think it looks great.
I think the black as well.
You wear it with anything, I think it looks great.
You know this guy's like a big deal, right? This guy's like a really big deal, like seriously big deal.
I have quite a bit of Rolex collection. And this is Jillian.
Hi. Hello, Jillian. How are you doing?
Good, thank you. David, nice to meet you. How are you?
So he was asking about some various watches that, like what's your favorite watch? Like if you had to pick your favorite watch brand right now.
Well, you know what I'm going to say, because we talk about this all the time.
Yes.
Rolex. But I want an AP.
So this is the Omega DeVille.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, this is my favorite watch that.
With the baguette diamond bezel?
With the baguette diamond bezel. This is my favorite watch that we stock. And every opportunity I have, I kind of like lunge at it. I wear it because if we sell this, I'll never see this watch again.
Oh, that's true. I've never seen it before.
1 out of 10 platinum, and you have the center tourbillon, right? So this is kind of a FU piece from Omega, right?
I like that.
One thing I will say about Hublot is their watches are really ergonomic, so they'll contour your wrist really well. They really will be a very comfortable watch to wear. And they're light too.
You're gonna absolutely love it. Looks beautiful.
And you know what's cool too is a watch like this looks a lot more expensive than it is.
What's the retail on this?
This would have been probably around like mid-20s, like 25,000 at least. Because this has their new in-house movement. It's also the newer case style. So this faceted kind of case is a newer style that they're doing. So yeah, this would have been pretty expensive. I also like the skeletonized look. It's just a good-looking, cool watch.
What's your name? Marco.
Great, exactly.
Here, wear it around for the day.
What?
Keep it with you. Wear it, bring it back to us at the end of the day.
Really?
Yeah.
You sure?
I know where you guys are. I have your business card, I have everything. It's fine. Wear it, see how you like it, and come back.
Oh, thank you, man.
So I felt I was on the edge of getting this sale, and so I did something that I don't normally do, and that was to allow him to wear the watch just to experience it in the flesh, and he ended up loving it and buying the watch.
All right, so Avalanche Adrian here reporting live from the Hamptons Art Fair. This is a disaster. We have pouring monsoon rain, a dirty gravel lot, a mud pit, a 12 to 9 show. We sold 2 watches thus far. We put our heads down and we keep working harder.
It is a complete disaster. Guys, the whole place is flooded. We were in a tornado. I mean, guys, look at this. It's like the Last Supper. And it happens to be my birthday too. Thank you guys for the delicious spread, but
we had to actually abort the show because of flooding. People were scrambling, they were running, they didn't know what to do. They cut the lights off. They had Picassos on the wall for $1 million, Van Goghs on the wall for $4.5 million. This was something out of a heist movie.
I mean, we have watches, we have a safe. Imagine what it's like for the galleries that have Van Goghs and Matisses. You know, there's millions and millions of dollars here. and it's all being held up by this roof. Wow, what a disaster. I mean, look at this. They abandoned ship.
I think our total sales were just above $100,000. And the reason for that is because we got flooded out. It was a complete mess at the Hamptons. But with that being said, again, this was an exhibition. We met a lot of great potential clients. In fact, we're talking to a couple of clients right now that are looking at a $500,000 plus purchase, and that's the positive of these exhibition type of shows. As always, guys, don't forget, like, comment, share, subscribe to all those wonderful things you do by clicking all the buttons to help our channel grow. We'll see you on the next one.